What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream, guys. Appreciate you being here as always. See, we got a lot of the members in chat already. Appreciate all you guys. Patrick, Mark, T Money, my fellas. Appreciate you. Excited to talk through this two gamer, guys. I kind of was away for a little bit. I didn't really make any videos over the weekend. Those last few days of the regular season, just especially when you make content the night before. I kind of mentioned this in my video. It's really tough late in the regular season to put up videos the night before and have them still be relevant. There was just so much news. We had no idea who was going to play those days. We saw a lot of guys get late scratched. Like on Sunday, Giannis got late scratched. Once that game basically became meaningless for them. So I just kind of took those last 2 days off. I didn't play much at all. But we got the playoffs now. We got the play-in tournament games tonight. Two gamer. I'm going to be playing pretty light today and probably tomorrow as well. Two gamers have never been my specialty. Like, I've never done well on two-game slates. I think it's just a lot more random. It's just a lot more luck involved. So I'm going to be playing light tonight. I'm going to play light tomorrow. But, when the playoffs get here Saturday, when we have full slates, I'm definitely, excited for that. But yeah, guys, appreciate you being here as always. I would say we got some normalcy tonight. I mean, we kind of know where the minutes are going. We know who's going to play big minutes. We don't have to worry about guys getting late scratched or all this other bull crap. Surprisingly, though, we did get some news today that LeVert is going to be out, which is actually huge. We're definitely going to have to talk about the Pacers. I didn't think we were really going to get any news during the day, but Karis LeVert's now out for health and safety protocols. So we'll talk about some guys I do like on Indiana now with LeVert out. And a lot of the guys on Indiana are still questionable, but I am assuming most of them play. Like Sabonis is questionable, Brogdon's questionable, but I'm assuming all these guys play. I mean, it's a must-win game. You would have to think they're, even if they're a little injured, they're going to play through it. So, yeah, appreciate you guys being here as always. If you got any questions on tonight's slate, just start throwing them in the chat. And, for the next 30, 35 minutes, we'll just kind of chill, answer some questions, and talk through everything. I'm good. I'm playing light also, but still want to take down something. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, man, I can't tell you guys how much money you should put in, but me personally, I've never done well on two-game slates. I just feel like it's just a lot more random. It's a lot more luck. Everyone's going to get ownership, so even if a cheap guy goes for like 25 DK points and you don't have him, like that could be what, costs you, or if you pay up for Sabonis and Westbrook goes off, then that just could be what ends your night, because everyone's going to get ownership. Like, everyone's going to be at least like 20% owned. Even if you think you have like a sneaky play that you like, I mean, it's a two-game slate. There's going to be people that are probably on that same person as well. So I've never enjoyed two-game slates. I'm playing light tonight. I'm playing light tomorrow. But when we get, when the playoffs get here Saturday and we have full slates, I'll be fully, ramping up my stuff, my volume then. Showdown's where to make any money. Yeah, I know they got some decent contests for Showdown. I've never been a fan of Showdown either. Like, I've never enjoyed NBA Showdown. I'll probably play like when the finals get here, but I'm not playing Showdown tonight. I don't think I'm going to play Showdown until the finals get here pretty much. Let's talk about who to play at the center position. Yeah, center's pretty bad. I think, me personally, I'm going to just play Sabonis at center. Like, he's center eligible. He's a guy that I like a lot. He's probably my favorite pay-up option, so you can play him at center. If I'm not going to Sabonis, like if I don't play him at the center spot, then, I'm probably going a little bit cheaper here. Like Tristan Thompson for 4,800, whichever one of Robert Williams or Tristan Thompson starts, I think that's who I have the most interest in. If Robert Williams starts, I think he is someone I like a lot for 5,200. I just have no idea if he starts or not. I have no idea how many minutes he plays. He hasn't played in a while. Last game Robert Williams played in was like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, so we just don't know what Robert Williams' role is going to be. But if he's starting, he's one of my favorite centers, not named Sabonis. Cody Zeller probably plays 25 minutes off the bench. He did close last game, but I don't know if that's going to happen again. He closed over P.J. Washington. You still should get probably 25-ish minutes from Cody Zeller off the bench. I doubt Bismack Biyombo plays. I think Bismack Biyombo is pretty much just going to be cut out of the rotation. So I have some interest in Cody Zeller. And then I think the Washington bigs, I've been avoiding these guys basically all season, but on a two-game slate, Daniel Gafford, Robin Lopez, like, I don't know what they're going to do with the minutes here. Alex Len, he's just been, up and down lately. We don't exactly know how many minutes Alex Len's going to play, if he plays at all. I mean, he played 5 minutes last game. There's a chance that they just cut him out of the rotation. Now that, it's a playoffs, we're going to see teams really tighten up the rotation. So Do they just cut Alex Lynn out and then start Daniel Gafford or start Robin Lopez? I mean, that's totally possible. Like last game against Charlotte, Lynn played 5 minutes and then he didn't play at all after that, and Daniel Gafford started the second half ahead of Lynn. So does Daniel Gafford start today? I mean, it's a possibility. So if Daniel Gafford starts, I mean, I would love him for value. I just don't know if that's going to happen. Robin Lopez, he's been getting good minutes lately. He's super cheap. I think if you want to take a shot on him, I'm fine with it. I mean, value's tough to come by on these type of slates, so I'm willing to take shots on these cheap guys from Washington. That's kind of where I'm looking to at center, though. I think if I'm not playing Sabonis here, I'm probably going cheap for like a Zeller or a Daniel Gafford or Robin Lopez, like one of those guys. Playing $2 tonight, you still like Gafford over Rolo? I think it's close. I think Gafford has more upside. Like Gafford's a better point per minute player. Lopez probably gets more minutes. Like it seems like they want to play Lopez more than Gafford. Like Gafford, even on the nights where he does get good minutes, he still only plays like 20 to 22. But I just don't know what they're going to do with the starting lineup. I think that's going to be important. Like, does Lynn start again? I really don't. I don't think he does, honestly. I don't think Lynn starts. I think one of Gafford or Lopez is going to start. So if you want to play Gafford and then if Lopez starts, just swap to Lopez. I mean, you could do that, T-Money. But I have interest in both. And a guy asked me earlier, Mark, he asked me earlier about playing them together. Normally, I wouldn't play Lopez and Gafford in the same lineup, but on a 2-game slate, I think it's totally fine. I don't mind it at all because you could definitely get like 20 minutes from both of those two guys, and they both hit value. McConnell getting good minutes today? He should with Karis LeVert out. I would say that, with Brogdon playing, Brogdon's obviously going to get his normal minutes or close to it, I would assume. That is one thing. Like, we don't exactly know how much Brogdon's going to play. If he does play, like, he hasn't played in a month, so Brogdon maybe could be limited. I think no LeVert, though, is huge for TJ McConnell. They can play McConnell alongside LeVert, or alongside Brogdon, excuse me. So, yeah, I definitely have more interest in McConnell now that LeVert's out. Hey, I'm new to DFS, but notice you talk a lot about people being low-owned. Do low-owned people get a bonus in points or something like that if someone gets a double-double? No, it's just when a player's low-owned, that means nobody else has them. So if when they score points, that basically means you're going up in the leaderboard and nobody else has that same player. So that's the benefit of playing someone that's low-owned. Like when a chalk player goes off, like if a guy's 70% owned and he smashes, I mean, that's good if you play him, but that also means everyone else has that player as well. So, getting a guy that's low owned that does really well for your lineup, it's huge because it's going to boost you up in the standings and you're going to be passing a lot of people who don't have that player. You know what I'm saying? But no, they don't get any bonus or anything. Do you like Robin Lopez for value? I mean, yeah, we just touched on that. I think Lopez is a pretty decent value play. There's not much value today, so if you want to take a shot on Robin Lopez, I'm totally fine with it. With LeVert out, do you like Justin Holiday? I think Justin Holiday benefits. I think Doug McDermott benefits as well. Both of those guys are playable now with LeVert out. I think you probably get 30-plus minutes from both Holiday and McDermott. If you need a cheap forward, I have interest in both those. If I had to pick one, I think I'd prefer McDermott. But, yeah, Holiday, McDermott, both in play now that LeVert's out. Is Naismith a good play at small forward? I don't think I'm going to go to Aaron Naismith today. I don't think I'm really going to go to any of those Boston bench guys. I think if I'm playing anyone on Boston, it's going to be the starters. So, yeah, like Naismith, Pritchard, I don't think I'm really going to the bench guys from Boston. Thanks for answering my questions, Noah. You the man. Hey, sure thing, my man. Sure thing. You can't trust Scott Brooks when it comes to the center position. He can't make up his mind on who starts or plays more minutes. That is very true. I mean, he's literally said that Daniel Gafford needs to play more. And like Daniel Gafford literally has just been playing the same amount of minutes all season. So, I mean, you have no idea what he's going to do. They could just start Lynn again and then just do what they've been doing all season. Play Lynn 10 minutes, play Lopez 15, play Gafford 15. But I think there's a good possibility Lynn doesn't play and he's cut out of the rotation. So that would mean either one of Lopez or Gafford would start. Totally possible. What sucks, that's the last game of the night. We're not going to have that news before lock, but you'll have plenty of late swap, spots open if you need to late swap. Lopez could give you 20 points and 6 boards easily and break the slate. I mean, I don't want to say he could do that, but yeah, Lopez could 20 DraftKings points for sure. And at 3,100, if Lopez goes for 20 DraftKings points, there's a good chance he'll be in the winning lineup. So I like Robin Lopez for value, especially if you want to try and jam in multiple studs tonight. Like if you want to play Westbrook, Sabonis, Tatum in the same lineup, I don't know if I'm going to do that, but if you wanted to do that, a guy like Robin Lopez for 3,100, he's going to be necessary. Like, you're going to have to go that cheap. Happy birthday, Noah. You going to... It's not my birthday, Spencer. I don't know where you saw that. But Applebee's or Chili's? I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd rather go to Chili's. My birthday's on March 22nd, though. My birthday's a couple months ago. Any news on Sabonis? He's still questionable. I assume he plays. Brogdon, Sabonis, I'm assuming both of them play. All about raw points in these two gamers? Yeah, that's very true. That's very true, T-Money. Like, if Westbrook goes for 60 tonight, that's not great for 12,400, but there's a good chance he could still be in the winning lineup even if he puts up like 60, especially if those other studs don't, do that well. Me personally, though, I'm leaning kind of Sabonis and Tatum for the savings over Westbrook, just because value's so tough to find tonight. It's going to be really hard to play Westbrook at that salary. So I think saving salary, playing Sabonis, who could easily get close to what Westbrook does, that's the way I'm kind of leaning right now. Beal or Tatum? I'd rather have Tatum between those two. Any Celtics bench players you like? Not really. I just said that earlier. I don't have much interest in really anyone off the bench for Boston. I don't really know how many minutes. Like, I don't know what kind of minutes they're going to play. I think you're going to get 40 minutes from Tatum, 40 minutes from Kemba. Evan Fournier probably plays 35 plus minutes. Marcus Smart probably plays 35 plus minutes. Like, I just don't think those bench guys are going to get a ton of runs. So if I'm playing anyone on Boston, I'm just going to focus on the starters, I think. If I were to play someone off the bench, it would be one of the bigs. So, like, if Robert Williams starts, I think you could still play Tristan Thompson. If Tristan Thompson starts, I think you could still play Robert Williams off the bench, but that's it for me. Who do you like more, Tatum or Sabonis? I prefer Sabonis between the two, if I had to pick one. Do you like Brissett? Not really. Like, Brissett's not someone I've really been playing at all lately. Brissett obviously had that great run whenever Turner and Sabonis were both out, but really since Sabonis has come back, like, Brissett's just been mediocre at best. Now, with LeVert out, sure, there's going to be more opportunity available, but I think I'd rather play like a Doug McDermott for cheaper, honestly, over Brissett, if I had to choose. Good luck tonight, Noah. Let's get this money. Hey, let's get it, Marcus. Let's get it, my man. Thanks for that low-owned breakdown. Makes a lot of sense. Unrelated to who would straight up got winning the game tonight, Give me the Hornets and the Wizards. Give me the Hornets and the Wizards. I don't bet on games or anything, but that's just my pick, I guess. Hornets, Wizards for me. Always suck at basketball DFS, then I started watching your shows, and ever since I'm more competitive and make money in some contests. Thanks, brother, and I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm glad to hear that. Hooters or Chili's? I've never had Hooters, which is crazy to say. I've never had Hooters. Never been to Hooters in my life. We don't really have one in my area, so I guess give me Chili's there, Gavin. You like Beal? He does play well against the Celtics. At his price tag, I don't really have much interest, Team Money. Like, I'd rather get up to Tatum or Sabonis over Beal. So I don't think I'm going to go to Beal on this slate. Not at his price. I think it'd be a lot more likely to play him on Yahoo, where small forward, you have to play at least one small forward, and the position is just terrible. Like, on the Yahoo 2-game slate, you really all you have is Beal, Fournier, and Justin Holiday. Like, those are your options. Like, you can't play anyone else. So I'd be a lot more likely to play Beal on Yahoo, where you literally only have like 3 playable small forwards. Yeah, Bill's definitely not 100% right now. I didn't watch the game, their last game against Charlotte, but I'm pretty sure he was hobbled during that game. He still played like big minutes, but yeah, I think Bill will be low owned. I mean, he's going to be lower owned than Tatum, lower owned than Sabonis, lower owned than Westbrook. So if you want to go there, I'm fine with it. But me personally, in my lineup tonight, I don't think I'm playing Beal. Who do you like, the Pacers guards or the Hornets guards? I mean, like, the Pacers guards are cheaper. If you're talking about, I mean, I guess not Brogdon, but if you're talking about like McConnell and Justin Holiday, like, they're cheaper. But I like the Pacers guards, or the Hornets guards. I really like LaMelo. Have interest in Terry Rozier. Have interest in Devontae Graham. So I guess give me the Hornets guards. LaMelo or Tatum, if you have the salary, I would play Tatum. They're kind of different price points, though. But yeah, if you have the salary, I would say Tatum. Any interest in Ish Smith or Neto? I don't think so. Ish Smith could maybe be viable if Neto's out. Like, Neto's questionable right now. So maybe you could play Ish Smith if Neto sits. But if Neto's in, I don't think I'm going to go to him today. You leaving money on the table tonight to get different? I mean, that's one way you can. My dummy lineup right now, I did not leave much salary on the table. But yeah, if you want to get different on a 2 game slate, like if you're playing in this big tournament, the $20 150K to first, like if you're playing in this tournament, you probably want to leave some salary on the table so that way your lineup's just not duplicated. Leaving money on the table is something you definitely should consider on a 2 game slate. If you're playing in tournaments, I would say. Big tournaments, that is. Thoughts on Kemba or Smart? I mean, I have interest in both, Jay. If I had to pick one, I'd rather play Kemba, but I like both of those guys. Kemba, Smart, Tatum, Fournier, like I think they're all, I mean, it's a 2 game slate, like they're all good plays. Obviously, you're not playing all 4 of those guys in the same lineup, but yeah, all those Boston starters I like. Matchup's fantastic. It's hard not to consider them. If Zeller starts, is he a priority? I'd be surprised if he starts, Kushlash. He didn't start last game. He did close over P.J. Washington, but it seems like they're going to start LaMelo, Rozier, Miles Bridges, McDaniels, Washington. Like, that'll be their starting lineup. But, yeah, I mean, if Zeller starts, I'd like him a lot more. I think even if he doesn't start, he's going to come off the bench and probably play like 20 to 25 minutes. So, yeah, that makes him a decent center value play for sure. Never had Hooters? I've never had Hooters. Never had Hooters. Never been. With 2 game slates, money left over or not, you have to be creative and different to get first in a tournament. That is very true. Like, if at the end of the night, when you look at the winning lineup in the 150K to first tournament, like there's going to be a guy that's like 5% owned or something. There's going to be some bench guy that goes off, or not really even goes off, but there's going to be some bench guy that puts up like 7x, and that's going to be what wins you the tournament. Where are you from? I'm from South Carolina. Thank you for all the advice. Noah, Friday's crazy slate came in second place, single entry because of your advice with Winslow. Hey, that's awesome, Brandon. Glad to hear that, man. Glad to hear that. That day, I late swapped off of Winslow, literally last second. I was beyond tilted. I originally had Juan Toscano-Anderson and Winslow in my lineup on Friday, and then once we got the news that the Raptors were going to run a 7-man rotation, I swapped to Bembry and Stanley Johnson, which it made a little bit of a difference, but yeah, I was really high on Winslow Friday. I talked him up a lot in the stream. He wound up starting too, which I was pretty surprised about. But yeah, Winslow crushed Friday. Thank you, Go, for all the answers. Appreciate all your vids and streams. I'll throw a 25-cent lineup with Beal. Good luck tonight. Hey, good luck to you as well, T Money. Thanks for being here as always, my man. Appreciate you. Is Keelan Martin a sneaky play? I mean, I just have no idea how many minutes he plays. Like the Pacers, what, they're going to run probably an 8-man rotation. So obviously, the starters are going to play their, minutes or whatever. And then off the bench, we'll have McConnell will play off the bench. Like Sumner, maybe if he plays, will get minutes. Goga is like the backup center. But like Keelan Martin, I mean, I just have no idea how many minutes he plays. Because with it being a must-win game, like a lot of these guys that play like 10 to 15 minutes, there's a good chance they just get cut out of the rotation. So I don't think I'm going to go to Keelan Martin. I mean, he's risky, but if he does get like 15 to 20 minutes, I mean, he could be that 5% owned guy that wins you the slate. Is Sabonis officially playing? Yeah, that's not surprising. Did we get any news on Brogdon though? Okay, so we got no news on Brogdon, but Sabonis. Okay, Edmund Sumner, Aaron Holiday remain questionable. Sabonis will play. No news on Brogdon though. Okay. Which shooting guard should I play on FanDuel? I mean, I can't help you there. I don't really play on FanDuel. If I had to, I don't know who's a shooting guard on FanDuel, so I can't really help you. You really think Biyombo won't play today? I mean, let's look at the last game, Muhammad. You look at the Hornets' last game. It was basically it was a game they had to win to get the 8 seed. So against Washington, I'm gonna pull this up because I've said it so many times. With it being the playoffs, you're just going to see these teams really thin down the rotations. The main guys are going to start to play big minutes, like Rozier, Devontae. These guys are going to get huge minutes. These bench guys that normally get like 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, like there's a good chance they just don't play at all. So let's see. So last game against the Knicks Saturday, they basically ran an 8-man rotation. You had all the starters get their minutes. Miles Bridges played 34 off the bench. Graham played 40 off the bench. Monk played 15. Bismack Biyombo played 1 minute. So Bismack Biyombo, in Saturday's game against the Knicks, he barely played. He played 1 minute. Sunday against the Wizards, the Hornets ran a 9-man rotation. Graham played 30 minutes off the bench. Zeller played 29. Biyombo played 5. Malik Monk played 5. So today, do those 5 minutes do they just give those 5 minutes to Terry Rozier? Those 5 Monk minutes, do they just give those to Rozier? Those 5 Biyombo minutes, do they just give those to Cody Zeller? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just tough. I'd be surprised if Monk or Biyombo get a ton of minutes, if they even play at all. Like, there's a good chance they just don't even touch the floor. So, which is crazy. But yeah, Malik Monk, I mean, he's kind of just not even been in the rotation really. They might need Biyombo for Sabonis. I mean, they have Cody Zeller, they have PJ Washington. Like, those guys could definitely match up with Sabonis. I would say that if Miles Turner was playing, then yeah, it'd be different because then they would need, two bigs out there. But given it's just Sabonis, I'd be surprised if Biyombo plays. I would not play him in DFS. Like, if you're rostering Biyombo tonight, I feel like that's just super risky. Foul trouble is scary too. That can open up for these value plays. Well, yeah, that's like the one scenario. Like, so if Cody Zeller goes out there and picks up 2 fouls, like, there's a good chance that, yeah, Biyombo would play then and could get more minutes than we expect, but we just can't predict that, honestly. Finally, let's look at tournament down on Yahoo on Saturday. Thanks for the cool content. Thoughts on Goga? I don't think I'm going to Goga today, Steve. Like, I just really don't see how many minutes how he plays enough minutes to really be viable. He probably gets, like, he might just play whatever minutes Sabonis doesn't play. So if Sabonis plays 40 minutes tonight, which is totally possible, that means Goga's only playing like 8 minutes. So I don't have much interest in Goga on this slate. Just curious, why do you not play FanDuel? Because I have to manage lineups on DK, I manage lineups on Yahoo. I already play on 2 sites, so I'm not really a guy that I don't want to have to manage a bunch of lineups on a bunch of different sites. So playing my one lineup on DK at night, playing my one lineup on Yahoo at night. It's been working for me lately, so I'm just going to keep with it. I played on FanDuel a while back, like back in like 2017, 2018, but I really haven't played much since then. Rozier or Smart? I mean, I'd rather have Rozier if you can fit him. Good luck tonight, everyone. Thanks again, Noah, for taking the time to do this, even on a 2-game slate. Sure thing, Patrick. Sure thing, my man. Thanks for the input, bro. Sure thing, sure thing. Scared to play Zeller, but TJ looks like a smash play. I mean, I like TJ McConnell for sure, especially now that Karis LeVert's out. I mean, by some chance, if Brogdon doesn't play as well, I mean, TJ McConnell, like if we get no Brogdon, no LeVert, I mean, TJ McConnell is the best player on the slate. I would be very surprised if Brogdon doesn't play, though. Like, you would have to think he's going to push it out in a playoff game. Brogdon's going to be out there, but I guess we'll see. The fact that they didn't announce, or they didn't give an update on his status is a little concerning. Walker, Graham, Fournier, Tatum, Sabonis, Ish Smith, Sumner, Lopez, thoughts? I mean, that's okay. Like, Ish Smith and Sumner are definitely risky, but, all these value plays are risky tonight. So if you want to take a shot on those guys, I'm okay with it. Sumner, I would say, if Sumner plays and he starts, like, I would actually like Sumner for value. I just don't know what they're going to do with the starting lineup. Would you rather have Washington and Bridges or Tatum and McDermott? I'd probably go Tatum and McDermott there, Ali. I'd probably take the second one, Tatum and McDermott. Once again, I'm nervous about this slate. I mean, yeah, these 2-gamers are always tough, man. They're always tough. At the end of the night, you're going to be like, wow, so it was, I don't know. So it was Ish Smith. Ish Smith went for 25 DK points off the bench. He was the guy you had to have to win tournaments tonight. Like, I don't know. I think if you can, like, tonight's a good night to play 150 lineups. Like, even if you play like 150 lineups in the mini max, like, I think that's, I'd be much more likely to multi-entry on a 2-gamer. Just kind of hope you get the right combination. Who's the best pay up for you on this slate? I prefer Sabonis, I think. If I'm paying up for anyone, it's going to be Sabonis. I've run a bunch of lineups, and you essentially have to play Rozier if you're playing on Yahoo. Yeah, Rozier, like, he's clearly the best shooting guard play. LeVert's not playing anymore. You have Rozier, you have Marcus Smart. God knows how many minutes Malik Monk plays. I mean, he could literally not play at all. Raul Neto, maybe you could play. But yeah, it's shooting guard on Yahoo, you're either playing Rozier or Smart. Brogdon news is out. What is coming up? Expected to play in 5 to 6 minute stints if he's cleared. Okay, well. So if he's expected to play in 5 to 6 minute stints, how many actual minutes does he play? Like, does he play 5 minutes, sit, and then, like, does he play like 20 minutes? Does he play like 5 minute stints? Like, I really have no idea. I would say that makes me like McConnell even more. I mean, I already expect McConnell to play huge minutes, and If Brogdon's going to be limited, yeah, McConnell's probably going to play like 35 minutes possibly. And they'll definitely play McConnell alongside Brogdon for sure. Who do you think LeVert's minutes will go to since he's out? I think Justin Holiday gets some more minutes. I think Doug McDermott gets some more minutes. If Edmund Sumner plays, I think he'll soak up some of that time. Aaron Holiday might play off the bench, but yeah, I want to try and focus on the starters mainly. I think the bench guys on these playoff slates, like the bench guys are just a lot more risky just because we don't exactly know how they're going to divvy out the bench minutes. They could just decide to give them the starters heavy minutes. So I would say Holiday, McDermott, and McConnell are the guys that I think benefit most with LeVert's absence. In terms of minutes, the guys I expect to get the most minutes. Half the game probably. I mean, yeah, that's possible. Like I would say 24 minutes is like possible for Brogdon. Are we getting another live stream tomorrow? I should be live tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure yet. My dad wants to go play golf tomorrow afternoon. But if I'm back in time, I will definitely stream for tomorrow's slate. It's another 2-gamer tomorrow, but locks it's 7:30, so I'll probably be live a little bit later than normal if I do go live tomorrow. Just fade Brogdon. I mean, yeah, you can't play Brogdon. Like, Brogdon's literally unplayable. If Brogdon's only going to play like 20-ish minutes, I mean, at 8,700, like, you can't play him. He's terrible. Like, don't play Brogdon today. And if Brogdon somehow goes out there and puts up like 50 DK points in 25 minutes, then, man, I'll lose and move on to the next day. I'm playing light anyway, so if I take a loss tonight, it's not going to hurt me. So Sabonis and McConnell for sure with the Brogdon news. I mean, yeah, I think Sabonis and McConnell, in terms of production and minutes, like I think both those guys play huge minutes. I think you should see both of them be very productive. They're the two Pacers I feel the most confident in. And then we can start looking to guys like Justin Holiday and Doug McDermott as, riskier options, but still viable. Favorite small forward on Yahoo, it's probably Evan Fournier, just because the position's bad. I mean, you're either playing Beal, Fournier, or Justin Holiday, so I'd probably say Fournier. Jalen McDaniels or McDermott or Justin Holiday, I think I'd rather have McDermott between those three, Steve, but it's definitely close. If I had to rank those, I'd probably put McDermott 1, McDaniels 2, and then Holiday 3, but it's close between the three. Do you like Fournier? Yeah, I mean, I have interest in Fournier for sure, especially on Yahoo where you have to play at least one small forward, and he's one of the few options you have at the position. Best play under 4K? I mean, it's probably, I'd be willing to go to one of the Washington bigs, so whether you want to go to Gafford or Robin Lopez, that's probably where I'd go. Or if Edmund Sumner starts, you could play Edmund Sumner. Is Kemba a must-play tonight? I mean, I wouldn't say on a 2-game slate, I mean, there's no must-plays, I don't think. So, I do like Kemba a lot. I think he's a really good option. Is he a must-play? I don't think so, no. With Brogdon limited and LeVert out, does Brissett see an uptick in usage and worth a look? I mean, I don't know if Brissett really benefits. Like, maybe he gets more usage. Like, maybe he'll take more shots. But ever since Sabonis came back, like, I've just kind of been off of Brissett. Like, I haven't played Brissett since Sabonis' return, and it really hasn't burned me. I mean, Brissett really hasn't been that good, so I don't think I'm going to Brissett on this slate. I know he had that really big game recently, but I think that was the day that Sabonis got injured, if I'm correct. Sabonis. So that game against Toronto, I'm pretty sure that's the game that LeVert left early. So 5,400, like, he's an okay option, but yeah, I don't think I'm playing Brissett on this slate between the two, honestly. What about LeBron tomorrow on Yahoo? I know I'm early, and do you think you play the games tonight and fade tomorrow's on Yahoo? I mean, I'm not playing the 4-game Yahoo slate. Like, I'm just playing the 2-gamer. Like, I know all the good contests are for the 4-game slate, but I just don't want to play that. Like, I'd rather play the 2-gamer tonight and then the 2-gamer tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, if you're playing the 4-game slate, Chris, I think LeBron's probably one of the better options at small forward, I would assume. I haven't looked at the 4-game slate, but yeah, he would definitely be in play. Is projecting Jaren Jackson Jr. for 37.8 points too much for tomorrow's game? Yahoo main slate today. That feels like a little bit too much, but I mean, I haven't looked at the 4-game slate. As I said, I'm really focused on just the 2-gamer. Bridges or Rui? I know price isn't comparable. I mean, if you have the salary, I would play Bridges. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream here. We've been live for about 30 minutes or so. So, as always, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. Should be live again tomorrow. Not 100% sure yet, but depending on when I get back from golfing tomorrow, I should be live. If I do go live, probably be around like 5 or 5:30 Eastern. Another 2-game slate tomorrow. We'll break that down. And then I'm not sure what the schedule is going to look like after that. I think we might have 1 game on Thursday, 1 game on Friday, and then the playoffs start Saturday. But either way, best of luck tonight, guys. Appreciate you watching as always. We'll see you tomorrow. Best of luck. Appreciate you, fellas. Good luck tonight.